Jacare Retires retired from MMA at the age of 41 and 37 fights in the sport. He's been fighting for almost 18 years and holds wins over fighters like Robbie Lawler, Gegard Mousasi, Vitor Belfort, and Chris Weidman. Unfortunately, he lost his last 4 fights to Muniz, Holland, Blachowicz, and Hermanson, but you can't take away the fact that he's a former Strikeforce middleweight champion, and he won 7 performance bonuses in his UFC career. He was a very dangerous fighter on the ground and also on the feet, and while he was a savage in the cage, he was a gentleman outside of those 8-sided fences, and he kept it classy and humble throughout his illustrious career. There's no UFC on Saturday night. They're going to be taking the weekend off, but they will be returning the following weekend for Cannonier versus Gastelum. But there is a Bellator on Friday night. It's headlined by Gegard Mousasi versus John Salter. Salter's a good fighter, but Mousasi's a minus 325 favorite, so his best years of his career are kind of being wasted outside of the UFC. He could be taking on the top dogs in the UFC middleweight division and possibly getting a title shot. I mean, he did leave the UFC on a 5-fight win streak. The big response people have to that is that Bellator is paying him better than the UFC, so good for him, and it's true. But objectively speaking, as a fan and not as financial advisor, would rather see him fighting in the UFC. The pay system in MMA is so broke, specifically in the UFC is so broke, that fans act like the fighters' accountants and really care about the fighters' finances. Whereas in other sports, fans talk about money and athletes in a much more disrespectful sense, like, this player should not be making this amount of money, this many millions of dollars, because he's trash. After his win over the weekend over Michael Chiesa, Vicente Luque moves up 2 spots in the welterweight rankings to the number 4 position. He's like 1 win away from possibly contending for the belt. Only guys ranked above him right now are Leon Edwards, Gilbert Burns, and Colby Covington. But the way it's probably going to shake out in the division is Usman's going to take on Covington, Burns is going to take on Edwards, and that leaves Luque to fight whoever they put him up against. Torres moves up 1 spot to the number 9 position in the strawweight rankings after a win over Angela Hill. Torres did look good in that fight. She was beating Angela on the feet too, which is Angela's strong suit. Angela now drops 2 spots to number 14. Rafael Fiziev enters the lightweight rankings in the number 14 position after his victory over Bobby Green. The man directly below him in the rankings at number 15, Arman Sarukian, has a new fight. Sarukian's going to be taking on Christos Yagos on September 18th. Sarukian's another tough competitor in that stacked lightweight division. In the UFC's heavyweight division, Sergey Pavlovich is going to be taking on Tom Aspinall, aka Frank Mir Jr. They're going to be competing on September 4th. Pavlovich is ranked number 15 at heavyweight, and Aspinall is ranked number 13. And Diego Sanchez is close to signing with BKFC. This could get ugly, but definitely going to tune in. Diego has not been the same nightmare of the past in recent fights. Maybe dumping his manager and friend Josh Fabia will bring back the old demon inside of him. Either way, he really shouldn't be taking any more hits to the head. But that BKFC money is said to be pretty good, so he may be knuckling up soon. Thanks for watching MMA Digest. Like and subscribe to keep up with everything MMA.